Welcome back. So in this video we will write a program that will count the number of vowels, consonants and spaces in a string entered by the user. Okay, and one condition we are giving is that when the user enters the string should end with a dollar sign. Okay, so that's one condition we are giving. And now let's see the program. Okay, so this is a program. Here we are just including stdio. uh, Actually we can use string.h to calculate the length of the string that is entered, but here we are trying to write our own function for, or our own bit of code to calculate the length of the string. Okay, so here we start with defining a character array where we will be storing our string, and then we are having a small character ch, and then length integer I and variable length equal to 0. Okay, so this length will store the length of the string that the user enters. Okay, and here yeah, we will declare 3 integers for storing the number of vowels, number of spaces and number of consonant. Okay, so we first tell the user please enter the string, and then instead of using scanf we use the getS word. Okay, so this getS word will help us to or it helps to make sure that if you are entering a space also, that is included in the string. Okay, if you use scanf it does not count spaces, or you are not allowed to enter space when you are using scanf function. So that's why we are using getS over here. Okay, and this is our bit of code where we count the number of length. So instead of using strlen, we can simply use the while loop, and since I have initialized the length value to be equal to 0, I'm just using word length not equal to dollar. Okay, since if you remember, our string will end with a dollar. Okay, so the first one, or in the first iteration, length will have len will have a value of 0, so that will be word 0. It checks whether the word 0 is a dollar sign. Okay, so if not, then the it enters into the loop and it increments the value of length. Okay, so now length becomes 1, and now again it goes here and checks whether word 1 is not equal to dollar. If it's not equal to only, then the control enters into the loop. Okay, the moment it sees this dollar sign, it does not enter into the while loop and it just exit the while loop. Okay, so which means that we get the and since we were incrementing the value of length, when the dollar sign is encountered, we will get the actual length of the string that we entered. Okay, fine. So here I'm just printing the length of the string just to make sure our code is fine, and then we start a for loop. Okay, so here we start from I equal to 0 and to the end of the string, so that is I less than length I plus plus, and each of the character, okay, or each alphabet from the string will be stored to this ch. Okay, so that's I can check whether it's a vowel, etc. So I'm storing that to a value ch. I can, instead of using that, I can always write here, instead of all this ch, I can just write word I also, but this is more what do you say, yeah, it looks smaller, right? Okay, or yeah, it's not too long, or it is a bit long if you always write word I, etc. So instead of that, I can simply use a small variable name. Okay, so here what it does is it checks whether the character or the first alphabet is equal to A or E, I, O, U. Okay, so that's the vowels. Okay, so if either of this condition is true, then the vowel value is incremented, and if the character is a space, then space is incremented, and otherwise the consonant is incremented. Okay, so that's the basic logic. Actually, you should, or you can also give the capital A, E, I, O, U also, in case the user is entering a capital string. but that's up to you. So here I'm just using the small vowels only, assuming that the user enters only small case letters. Okay, and so once I check the each of the alphabet in the string with in using these three if conditions, and once I have done that, I'll go and print the number of vowels equal to, space equal to, and consonant equal to, respectively vowel, space, and consonant. Okay, the variables which we were incrementing when the if conditions are encountered. Okay, so now let's just run the code and see. So we take the Ubuntu terminal, GCC, and this is code 14. Okay, there is some warning, it's not an error, so we can just ignore it. It says that using getters function is dangerous, but anyway, we know what we are doing, so for us that's fine. So we'll just run the code and see. So let's enter a string. Let's say good morning. I'm keeping a space also, and remember your string has to enter with a $sign. Okay, otherwise this will be going into a infinite loop, because here we have word length not equal to $. Okay, so if there is no dollar in your string, this condition will never come. Okay, so it keeps on running this infinite loop. Okay, so here that you have to be careful, and now I'm just typing or pressing enter. So here we have 4 plus 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, 4 plus 7 plus 1 space. Okay, so 7 plus 5, that will be 12. Okay, so that's good. And here we have 4 vowels, 2 O, 1 O over here, and 1 I. Okay, 4 vowels are there. Then there is 1 space, and the rest are consonants. Okay, so our program is giving the right output. Okay, so yeah, with that we can stop today's video. We'll see the next video in next program in the next video. Okay, thank you.